Everyone expected the pressure to crush them. A home World Cup. Millions watching. A nation demanding success. And a team carrying expectations bigger than any generation before them. The United States was supposed to feel nervous. They were supposed to hesitate. They were supposed to play with fear. Instead, they sent a warning to the rest of the world. And it all started with 7 unforgettable minutes. The weight of expectation. Playing a World Cup at home sounds like a dream. Until you realize what comes with it. Every touch is analyzed. Every mistake becomes a headline. Every missed chance feels like a national disappointment. For the United States, this tournament is bigger than football. It's about proving that soccer belongs among America's biggest sports. It's about inspiring a generation. It's about changing the future of the game. And when the players walked into SoFi Stadium, they weren't just carrying a ball. They were carrying the expectations of an entire country. Most teams break under that weight. The United States didn't. The moment everything changed. 7 minutes. That's all it took. Before Paraguay could settle into the match. Before they could establish confidence. Disaster struck. An own goal. The kind of mistake every player fears. The kind of moment that instantly changes the emotional balance of a game. Suddenly Paraguay was chasing. Suddenly the crowd was alive. Suddenly the pressure had moved. And that's the thing about football. Pressure never disappears. It simply changes sides. The United States sensed it immediately. And instead of slowing down, they attacked harder. 7 minutes. That's all it took. Before Paraguay could settle into the match. Before they could establish confidence. Disaster struck. An own goal. The kind of mistake every player fears. The kind of moment that instantly changes the emotional balance of a game. Suddenly Paraguay was chasing. Suddenly the crowd was alive. Suddenly the pressure had moved. And that's the thing about football. Pressure never disappears. It simply changes sides. The United States sensed it immediately. And instead of slowing down, they attacked harder. The psychology of confidence. Confidence is a strange thing. You can't touch it. You can't measure it. But once a team finds it, everything changes. Passes become sharper. Runs become smarter. Decisions become faster. The United States began playing with freedom. Not because the pressure disappeared, but because they stopped thinking about it. Christian Pulisic started finding space. The attack became fearless. And then came Florián Balogun, the striker who understood exactly what the moment required. Not panic. Not caution. Belief. His first goal felt important. His second felt inevitable. By halftime, the scoreboard showed 3-0. But the real story wasn't the goals. It was the mindset. When a crowd becomes a weapon. Home crowds can become your greatest advantage. Or your biggest burden. Sometimes the noise creates anxiety. Sometimes it creates energy. On this night, it became fuel. Every tackle was louder. Every attack felt dangerous. Every successful pass increased belief. The players weren't hiding from expectations anymore. They were feeding off them. And Paraguay could feel it. The game was no longer just 11 versus 11. It felt like an entire stadium pushing the United States forward. For the first time in the tournament, America looked comfortable carrying pressure. The response from Paraguay. To their credit, Paraguay didn't quit. Many teams would have collapsed. Many teams would have accepted defeat. Paraguay kept fighting. Eventually they found a goal. For a brief moment, hope returned. The crowd became quieter. The possibility of momentum shifting appeared. And in World Cup football, momentum can change everything. But great teams know how to stop panic before it spreads. This American team did exactly that. The statement goal. Late in the game came the moment that felt symbolic. One final attack. One final chance. One final reminder. The ball reached Giovanni Reyna. No hesitation. No fear. Just confidence. The finish was calm. Clinical. Decisive. The fourth goal wasn't just another goal. It was a statement. A message to every team watching around the world. This United States team wasn't here merely to participate. They were here to compete. For months, people talked about the pressure facing the United States. The expectations. The fear. The burden of playing at home. But pressure reveals character. And against Paraguay, character was exactly what America showed. The scoreline will be remembered. The 4 goals will be remembered. But the most important thing wasn't what happened on the scoreboard. It was what happened inside the minds of the players. Because the moment they stopped fearing the pressure, they became dangerous. And if this performance is a sign of what's coming next, the rest of the World Cup should be paying attention.